Hi, everybody. How are my yogis today? I hope that this finds you well, healthy, and happy. I miss all of you so much. And don't be surprised if in our next weekly practice I have shaved my head because I'm getting tired of the poofy look. I'm getting very close to 80s style hair, but that is the new reality. Just gonna wait one more minute and then we'll get started. We're going to start in a seated position today. All right, so let's get started. Center of your space, close the eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. Another deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. And one more time, all the way to the top. Holding it for 2, and then slowly letting it all out. Feeling the muscles melting away from your ears, your shoulders down away from your ears, your muscles just melting away from the bones. Letting all of that tension go with each exhale. Inhaling peace and calm. Exhaling stress and anxiety. Inhaling joy and happiness. Exhaling fear and darkness. Taking a moment to quiet the mind, calm the spirit, and ground the body through the sits bones. Connecting with the breath. Connecting with yourself. Feeling your space, filling your space. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve you right here and right now. Few more calming breaths. In through the nose, and out through the nose. Bringing your hands to heart center, setting an intention for your practice. Choosing something positive. Maybe it's to have more gratitude for what we do have and recognizing that, how blessed we are. Maybe it's to have more power over your reactions to things rather than trying to control situations. Maybe it's to have more acceptance in your life of yourself and of where you are. Whatever that intention is, bringing that thought there, inhaling, nice deep inhale, and bringing those thumbs to that third eye, that space between your eyebrows. And then exhaling up, letting your hands and that intention go up to the universe. And then pressing your fingers down toward the earth, letting the chin follow the hands up as you inhale. And down as you exhale, letting those eyes flutter open if you haven't already. Inhaling up, reaching nice and long, and exhaling all the way down. Inhale, scooping in that beautiful air, and exhale, letting it all go. Inhale up, and exhale down. Bring your hands onto your knees, dropping the chin to your heart. Inhale up to the sky and puff that heart up. Exhale down to your heart and rolling that back away. Inhale forward, each time getting a little more dramatic with that spine. Exhale it down, rounding that back. And keep moving with your breath. As you inhale and exhale, just feel the body start to loosen, become more limber, and the breath start to become more easy and less tense. 2 more times this way, drawing those shoulder blades together on the inhale, lengthening the spine on the exhale, and last time, and rolling it back. Sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down 2 more times. And up, forward and down. Keep rolling those shoulders 2 more times. Inhaling those arms up to the sky, letting the palms connect. Interweave the fingers, press those palms away. And wiggle the arms behind your ears. We're going to twist it over to the right, bringing the right hand behind the spine, sitting up nice and tall, twisting a little bit deeper. And floating through center and over to the left. Reaching up to center, palms face forward. And let's walk it out into a forward fold here. Sliding those fingers away, coming up onto the fingertips. Press the bum back and lower down. Just breathing here. Coming up onto the fingertips, walk the hands to frame that right knee. Lengthen that lower spine and then fold it down. And you can stack your fists underneath your forehead to support that neck. And come up onto that right forearm. Reach that left arm up and over, and then roll that heart toward the sky. Bring the hands back together, pressing the heart toward the earth. And walking it through center and over to the left. Frame that knee, lengthen the lower spine, and fold it down. Feeling that opening in the right hip. Stacking those fists underneath that forehead. Coming up onto that left forearm, right arm reaches up and over, really stretching that side body and then rolling that heart toward the sky. And bringing the hands back together, pressing the heart down and walking it to center, bringing the hands in and behind you, fingers face the bum. Draw the shoulder blades together, drop that head back gently. And then rolling up onto those knees, pressing the hips up and forward. And lowering it all down. We're going to change the cross of the legs here. Sitting up tall, reaching up, interweave those fingers. Press the palms up toward the sky. Wiggle the arms behind your ears. Really reach. And twisting it over to the right. Sitting up taller, twisting a little deeper, leaving the left hand where it is, reaching that right arm up and over toward me, diagonally across your body. Bringing that right hand down to the left knee, crossing those arms, lengthen that spine and fold it down. Maybe rocking side to side. And then rolling it up one vertebrae at a time, bringing the back of the arms together and maybe crossing again at the palms. Press those elbows down. Reach the fingers up and back, elbows toward the sky. Again, pressing those elbows down. One more time, reaching it up and back. And pressing those elbows down. Open those arms. Bend those wrists back and press the heart toward the horizon. And round to the back away, bringing those fingertips together in front. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Inhale, open. And round it away. Interweave those fingers. Press the palms. And raise them up to the sky. Bringing those arms behind the ears and twisting over to the left. Leaving that right hand where it is. Left arm reaches up and over, diagonally across the body. And then bringing the left hand to the right knee, crossing the arms, lengthening that spine and folding it down. And maybe rocking gently side to side. And then roll it up one vertebrae at a time, bringing the back of the arms together and maybe crossing at the palms again and pressing those elbows down. Reaching the fingertips back and elbows toward the sky. And bringing it back down, pressing down. One more time, we'll lift it up, elbows toward the sky. Nice back bend here. And bringing it back to center, opening those arms up, bend those wrists back. And bring the fingertips together, rounding the spine. Inhale, open. And exhale, round. Open. And round, one more time. Open. And round. Interweave the fingers, press the palms away. We're going to come into angel breaths here. Back of the hands up underneath that chin. Inhale, elbows high. And exhale, press it away. Inhale up. And press it away. 2 more times. And round. And last one. Inhale. And round it away. Bringing those arms up. Pressing those palms. Let the palms face forward. I'm going to walk those hands out in front. Forward fold here. And coming up onto the fingertips, walking it over to frame that right knee. Lengthen that lower spine and folding it down. Stacking those fists under the forehead and dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. Up onto that right forearm, reach that left arm up and over and rotate that heart toward the sky. Really lengthen your reach here. Bring those hands back together, pressing the heart down. And walk it through center and over to the left. Frame that knee, lengthen the spine and fold it down. Stack those fists underneath the forehead. And no tension in the neck here. Coming up onto the left forearm, right arm reaches up and over, and turn that heart up toward the sky. Let that heart shine. And bring those hands back together, pressing the heart down. Walking it back to center, and bringing the hands in and behind. Drawing the shoulder blades together, dropping that head back gently. Shining that heart toward the sky and then rolling up onto those knees, pressing into the tops of the feet to get those hips up higher. And lowering it all down, opening that right foot on a 45. And tucking the left, inhale up, framing over that right leg, reaching toward the toes. Shoulders are down, elbows are slightly bent and gaze is forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift that belly, walk it down the thigh a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen, and now folding that forehead to the shin. And just breathing here, surrendering to that stretch. Drag the hands up the legs. Inhale up to center. We're going to press the left palm and the right sole, reaching the hips forward and reaching that right arm back behind you like you're trying to touch that back wall. Nice back bend here. And lowering it all down. Opening the left and tucking the right. Inhale up and then frame over that left leg, reaching the heart toward the toes. Again, shoulders down, elbows slightly bent, and gaze is forward. Inhale, lengthen, lift that belly, walk it down the thigh. Inhale, lengthen, and fold the forehead toward the shin. And just breathing here. Drag the hands up the legs. Inhale up to center, pressing the right palm and the left sole, reaching those hips forward. And the arm behind you. Feel that nice arch in your back. And lowering it all down, bringing both legs nice and wide. Bring the flesh away from your sits bones and roll the pelvis forward. So you want to walk your sits bones behind you. Walk those hands out. Coming into a nice forward fold here. You can come down onto your forearms, cross your arms underneath your chin, or bring your cheek to the floor, whatever works for you, wherever you are in your practice. And just breathe. Lifting up, lengthening that lower spine, and folding down again. And you can reach for your ankles here or your big toes. Or just stay where you are. And if your forehead reaches the earth, you can roll that forehead side to side. And then press the palms underneath your shoulders and roll it up. Bring the soles of the feet together, clasp the hands. And roll those shoulders back, heart forward, butterfly those knees. Coming to stillness, pressing the heart forward, elbows back, chin is level with the floor. We don't want to compress the back of our neck or the front of our neck, keeping that chin nice and level. Round the spine away, getting those arms nice and long. Nice stretch in the top of the shoulders. And roll it forward, elbows back. And exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale forward, elbows back. Each time you come forward, leaning forward a little bit more, opening those hips, rounding the back away. Really press the feet into the hands and pull opposite directions with your hands and your feet, opening up the top of the shoulders. And pressing it forward again. Nice inhale. And lengthen that lower spine, fold forward a little bit more. Lengthen that spine, and we're going to fold all the way down, or wherever you are is perfect. Letting the head and the shoulders go. Just breathing here. Each exhale may be coming a little bit lower. One more breath. And rolling it up. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. One more time. Good. Bring the hands behind your back. Clasp the fingers. Press the knuckles toward the earth. Open up that heart. Maybe reaching the hands away from your lower back. And release. Feet out in front. Give the legs a little bit of a shake. Again, making sure that flesh is away from the sits bones. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale up and reaching toward those toes. Shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen, and fold a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen, lift that belly. Walk it down the thighs. Inhale, lengthen. And fold. One more time, lengthen. And fold. And just breathing here. No tension in the head or the neck. And release, dragging the hands up the legs. Press the palms outside of your hips. Bring the feet nice and wide. We're going to windshield wiper the knees, pressing them into the earth on both sides. Just feel a nice stretch on the inside and the outside of your hips and your hip flexors. Hip flexors are the muscles that run down the front of the hips. And bringing those knees over to the right, stacking the right foot on top of the left, and your both feet are facing forward. Left hand on the left hip, right hand behind you, and inhale, rocking that hip up. Gaze behind and exhale, rocking it down. Inhale, rock it up. And exhale down. Keep moving with your breath. Preparing for mermaid's pose here. This is great for the lower back, the sciatic area. Piriformis, and then rocking that hip up, keeping it there, bringing that left arm up and behind you, coming down onto your forearms. Maybe walking the hands a little bit further back or coming all the way down, whatever works for you. You're feeling a nice stretch here in the outside of that left oblique area, the left waist. And then come up onto the right forearm and make circles with that left arm gazing over your right shoulder. Nice big arm circles. And reversing those circles. One more time around, bringing the hands back together. Lowering down, heart toward the earth. And walk it to the front. Hands out to the side, windshield wiper those knees. And dropping both knees over to the left, stacking the left foot on top of the right knee. Right hand on the right hip and balancing on that left hand. Inhale that hip up, gazing behind and exhale down. Rock that hip up, nice twist, and down. Keep moving with your breath. And last time, bringing that hip up, holding it there, and then swimming that right arm up and behind you, coming down onto the forearms, and maybe walking the hands back a little bit further and lowering down where you feel comfortable. And really breathe into that right side body, letting that stretch happen. Letting those muscles go. And coming up onto that left forearm, making circles with the right, gazing over that left shoulder. And reversing those circles. Bringing those hands back together, pressing the heart into the earth. And walking it to the front. And here we're going to come into our tabletop, stacking those joints. Hips over the knees and shoulders over the wrists. Dropping that belly, inhale up. Exhale, rounding that back away. Inhale up. And exhale, round. A few more times with your breath. Last time in each direction. And when your back is still arched, sink the hips back about 4 or 5 inches and feel that stretch here in the lower back area. Really pressing those hands away. And bringing it back to center. Walk the hands 2 inches forward, bring the knees a little bit wider. We're going to make hip circles here. Leaning forward and then to the side, back to our heels, and just making like you're drawing circles on your mat with your belly button. You can be as dramatic as you like, rolling the shoulders, whatever feels good for you. And we're going to reverse those circles. And one more time around back to neutral. And let's walk our hands out in front. Lower down, keeping our hips nice and high into puppy dog pose. And this is a great stretch for the front of the shoulders, where the collarbone is. Just press that heart into the earth and press the tailbone up toward the sky. And maybe you can bring the palms of your hands together here. And maybe bending at the elbows and bringing the hands behind the head in prayer. And sink a little bit lower. And release the palms down to the earth. Press up. And come into a wide-legged child's pose. Bring those knees nice and wide. Big toes touch and sink it back. Wiggle the belly between the thighs. Press the bum back toward the heels and lower it all down. And let it go. And here you can clasp your hands behind your back. Press the knuckles away. You come up onto your forehead for this. And draw the shoulder blades together, raising those arms up and pressing the tailbone back. And release, hands underneath the shoulders, pressing back up into your tabletop. Now here we're going to reach that right hand forward. Thumb facing the sky and pressing that left heel back. And aim those toes toward the earth. And crunch elbow to knee under the belly. Reach it out. Crunch it in. Reach it out. Working a little balance here, a little core. Crunch it in. Reach it out. One more time. Crunch it in. Reach it out. Bend that back knee. Reach the right hand to the ankle. And press the hand into the palm. Open up that front shoulder. And release, swinging that left foot over to the right. And sliding back here for mini pigeon. And sliding it back up. Replacing that knee and just wag your tail. Now bringing that left hand forward and right heel back. Toes toward the earth. You don't want them out to the side. You want to have them turned down. And then crunch into the belly. Reach it out. Crunch it in. Reach it out. 2 more. Crunch. And reach. Last one. Crunch. And reach. Bending the right knee. Reaching with the left hand. And binding around that ankle. Pressing that foot into the hand. And release. Replacing the hand, swinging the foot over to the left and sliding it back. Mini pigeon on this side. And sliding it back up. Coming back into your table. Wag the tail. Raise that left hand up to the sky. Open the heart. And tap it down, lift it up, open a little bit more, and down. One more time, raising it up. Open that heart and then thread your left hand under your right arm, coming down onto the back of the shoulder, side of your face, and pressing your left forearm
into the mat in front. And this is plenty of a twist, or you can bring that left foot over to the right hand and sink the hips back a few inches. Feel a nice stretch here in the back of the leg. And if you like, you can add that left arm, that right arm reaching up. Extend it nice and long and then wrap it around your back. Maybe finding your front left pocket and opening that heart toward the sky. And if you want to balance here, you can bend that right leg, bringing the heel to the bum and pointing the toes up to the sky. And just breathing here, opening that heart a little bit more. And then bend that knee, foot back to the hand, pressing the right palm, and coming up with your right foot out to the side. Toes face forward, bend the knee, and we're going to make hip circles here. A nod to my yogi sis, Linda S., for inventing this move. It's awesome. And reversing those circles. And one more time around. And bringing that foot behind you onto the ball of the foot and rocking forward and back. Feel that stretch in the calf. And replacing that knee, wagging the tail. Let's raise that right arm up to the sky. And tap it down. Up again, open. And tap. One more time, really open that heart. And then thread it underneath the left. Same series on this side, coming onto the shoulder and the side of your face. Maybe extending that left foot over to the right hand, sinking the hips back. Maybe adding the left arm up, really lengthening that arm and then wrap it around your back. Finding that front right pocket. And if you want to balance here, bending that left knee and pointing the toes toward the sky, rolling that heart open. And releasing the foot to the hand, pressing the palm, and leaving the left foot out to the side, toes face forward, bend that knee, and making hip circles here. And reversing those circles. One more time around. And then bringing that left leg long behind you, coming onto the ball of foot and rocking forward and back. Feeling that stretch in the calf. And bringing the knee back down, wagging the tail. Coming into another wide-legged child's pose, pressing that bum back to the heels. Lift up onto the fingertips, press it back, and then lower down. Really pressing into the palms. Press yourself back. Back into your table. Wardrobe adjustment. We're going to curl those toes and press up into our first down dog. And walk your dog. Press one heel and hold it there. Maybe really press that hip out to the side. Feel that stretch. And then switch over to that other heel. And pausing there. Now walk your dog. Making as big or small movements as you like. Whatever feels good. And then bringing it to stillness. Press the shoulders back towards your shins. Inhale onto the toes, raising that tailbone up to the sky. And pressing the heels down. Bend the knees. Gaze forward. Lift it up. Heels down. Onto the toes. Press that tailbone up. And lower the heels down. Bend the knees. Press the bum back. Lift it up and lower the heels. Onto the toes, really reach that tailbone up. Lower the heels onto the toes, bend the knees, and hop up to the top of your space. Or forward fold. You can hop or step, whatever works for you. Bring the feet a little wider than hips distance. Inhale halfway, fingertips to the shins. Lengthen that spine and fold it down. Grab opposite elbows and ragdoll here, letting the shoulders and the neck hang. Knees are bent. Just swing side to side. Shift your weight more toward your toes. And just sway gently. Coming to stillness, hands on top of the feet. Bend the knees deeply, roll it up. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Reach the hands up and back. Little back bend here. And exhale, hands to the heart. Excellent job. Reach it up and back. Open that heart and dive it down. Fingertips halfway. Lengthen that spine. Fold it down. Bend the knees, roll it up. Roll the shoulders at the top, reach it up and back. A little deeper back bend this time, and hands to the heart. Reach it up and back. Open that heart, and dive it down. Fingertips halfway, and fold it down. Let's step that right foot back, and come into warrior one on this side. Sinking nice and low. Feeling that strong warrior in you. And then opening to warrior two. Really spread those feet apart, reaching opposite walls with your hands, and reversing that warrior. Keep extending that warrior. And back to warrior two. Very nice. Bring it into side angle, reaching that right arm up. And now toward the front of the room. Really extend and reverse it back. Reverse warrior. Back to warrior two. Back hand to meet the front. Turn up that back heel. Step it up. Hands to the heart. Nice deep breath. Inhale. Reach it up and back. Open that heart and dive. All the way down, fingertips halfway. And fold left foot back. Warrior one on this side. And open warrior two. Reversing that warrior. Keep extending. And back into warrior two. Coming into side angle on this side, reaching that left arm up, then extending it overhead. And back into reverse warrior, using that core to come up. And back into warrior two, flipping up that back heel, back hands meet the front, stepping it up, hands to the heart. Deep breath here, good job. Reaching it up and back. And open that heart, keep opening, and dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, stepping back into your plank. For 2, 1, and back into down dog. Resetting your dog, raising that right foot up to the sky, and making ankle circles here. Trying to keep the hips square with the floor. And reversing those circles. Bending that top knee. Coming into fire hydrant, gazing under your arm, looking for that ceiling, that sky. And coming back into three-legged dog. Swing it between your hands for warrior one. And opening, warrior two. Reversing that warrior. Keep extending it back. Maybe the Left hand goes down the calf a little bit further. And into warrior two. Side angle. Reaching that left arm up. Maybe adding the right arm like you're holding a beach ball, working that core. Lifting up to center and into warrior two. Back hand to meet the front. Stepping it up. Hands to the heart. Reach it up and back. Open that heart. Keep opening. And dive. Fingertips halfway. And fold it down. Left foot back. Right foot back. Finding your plank. And holding it for 3, 2, 1, and back into down dog. Reset your dog. Left foot up to the sky. And ankle circles here. And reverse those circles. Bend that left knee, bringing the heel to the bum and fire hydrant on the side. Bringing it back to three-legged and warrior one on this side. Raising up nice and strong, sinking it low, and opening to warrior two. Reversing that warrior, keep extending. Letting that right hand walk down your calf a little bit further and back into warrior two, side angle. Reaching that right arm up and extend to the front of the room. Maybe adding that left arm here and reaching, working that core. Lifting up to center and warrior two. Very nice. Back hand to meet the front, rolling up that back heel and stepping up. Hands to the heart, taking a nice deep breath here. Another deep breath. Reach it up and back. Open that heart and dive it down. Fingertips. And fold. Right foot back. Warrior one. And warrior two. And side angle. Reaching that right arm up. And then planting your left hand inside of your left ankle and rolling that heart toward the sky. Clasp your hand on your left ankle and straighten that leg for triangle. Bringing the right hand inside of the foot. Left hand outside of the foot. Turn your back toes forward. Step it up about 2 feet. Onto the fingertips. Lengthen and fold it down. Inhale, lengthen and fold for pyramid. Now you can stay here on your fingertips. Or you can turn your hands backward and walk your hands back for a little deeper twist. Or a little deeper bend. You can bring your hands behind your front ankle to your back leg, or clasp your hands behind your back, lift up and then fold down, working on your balance. And wherever you are, you're going to release that. Step up the back foot to meet the front, forward fold. Inhale halfway. Fold it down, bend the knees, roll it up. Roll the shoulders, reach it up and back, and hands to the heart. Other side, reach it up. Open that heart and dive. Fingertips and fold. Left foot back, warrior one. And warrior two. And reversing that warrior. Keep extending. And coming into warrior two again, side angle. Reaching that left arm up. And then lowering that right hand inside of your right foot. Shoulder and knee are together. Really roll up toward the sky. Bringing the right hand to your right inside ankle and straightening that leg forward. Triangle. Left hand inside of the right foot. Framing that foot, turn the back toes forward and stepping that foot up for pyramid. Onto the fingertips and fold it down. Inhale, lengthen and fold. And then bring your pyramid wherever you like. You can stay here, walk the hands back, reach for that back leg, or clasp the fingers behind your back to fold a little bit deeper. Breathe in here. And release, stepping the back foot up, forward fold. I'm going to turn it sideways on my mat. Let's bring our feet nice and wide in our forward fold. Heels out, toes in. Maybe a little bit wider. Sinking it down, lift up maybe a tiny bit wider. And folding it down, reaching for the ankles and pulling yourself into a yogi sandwich. Folding in half. And just breathing here. And release those ankles coming to center. Onto the fingertips, turn the toes out. Walk the feet a little further away. One hand on the thigh, other hand on the thigh, come up into goddess. Squat it nice and low. Maybe a little bit lower. Turn those heels in a little bit more. And let's straighten those legs, reach the arms up. And bring it back down to a squat. Straighten the legs, reach it up. And bring it back down to a squat. Straighten the legs, reach. And back to a squat one more time. Straighten those legs. Reach the hands. Hands to the heart. Heel toe the feet back together. And shake it out. Maybe do a little hula hip. Releasing that lower back. And reversing the hula. And bringing it back to the top of your space. Cross the ankles. Hands to the heart. And we're going to take a seat. And roll it back. Nice and slow. Nice and controlled. Working that core. And let it go once you reach the floor. Nice deep breath here. And let it go. We're going to come into bridge here. Bringing the heels up by our bum. Pressing the feet into the floor. Inhale those hips up. Rolling up the spine. Squeezing the knees toward each other. Squeezing the glutes and the quads. And lower down slowly. Inhale, lifting up. Really pressing. And lower down. Two more. We're going to come up onto our toes at the top, reaching. Really pressing those hips up. And lowering it down. One more time. Inhale all the way up. Pressing, maybe reaching the right foot to the sky. Try not to let those hips sink down and then switching feet. Toes back to the earth and slowly lowering it down. Bringing those knees into the belly, giving yourself a nice big hug. Rock it side to side. And then bringing the soles of the feet together at the base of your spine, pressing your palms into the earth We're going to do 2 more bridges here. Now the soles of the feet press together and you lift the hips up. And you're balancing on the sides of your feet, really pressing the feet together. You should feel that squeeze right here. And lower it down. And squeeze it up. You know, when we get out of this quarantine, it's going to be short weather. So we want to have our short legs all toned and ready to go. And lower it down. Again, knees into the belly. Give yourself a nice big hug. Rock it side to side. And dropping that left foot to the floor, crossing the right ankle over. Inhale. And then exhale, pressing that right hip away. Left thigh up to the belly. Hugging around that thigh, flexing both feet. Shoulders against the earth. And then raising that left foot up to the sky, reaching behind the calf or to the ankle. Draw the foot in even closer, shoulders down, and then point those toes. And flex. And point. And flex. And curl the toes. Spread them wide. One more time, curl. And open them up nice and wide. Bend that knee. And then bring the left foot, shins, and just rock side to side. Hug them in really tight. Reclining fire log. Great stretch for the outside of that hip. And then release. Right foot down to the earth by your bum, crossing left over. Inhale and then exhale, pressing that left thigh away. Hugging that right thigh into your belly, wrapping the hands behind, and squeezing it in, shoulders down. Flexing both feet. And then raise that right foot up to the sky. Reach behind the calf or the ankle, draw that foot in closer. Shoulders down and then point the toes. And flex. And point. And flex. And curling those toes. Spread them wide. And curl. And spread them wide. And then bending the right knee, we're going to fold the right foot down to the left knee and hug it in on this side. You should feel a nice stretch on the outside of your left hip. In this position. Nice big hug here. And release both feet down to the earth by your bum. Bring the feet nice and wide. Let the knees drop into each other. And if you want a deeper stretch, you walk the feet back further and let the knees drop down. So you're going to feel a nice stretch here in the quad. And bringing it back up. Knees into the belly. Giving yourself another big hug, rocking side to side. Then raising those feet up to the sky, coming into waterfall here. You can place a block underneath your bum if you like, or supported shoulder stand, or just lift those feet up, press the heels away and the toes towards your face. So you should be feeling a stretch here in the back of your Achilles and your calves, even the back of the hamstrings. I even feel it through the arch of my foot. And if you like, while you're in your inversion, you can open the legs and scissor them in the center, whatever you'd like to do. You can bicycle
that your feet are above your heart, getting that circulation back to where it started. A few more breaths this way. Now let's bring those feet nice and wide, pressing the palms inside of the thighs for a little deeper opening. Flex those feet super hard, and then point the toes. You feel a stretch in different areas, different muscles, changing the position of the feet. Hands outside the leg, bring them back together. Bend those knees and happy baby. Reaching for those arches, stacking the ankles over the knees, and then shoulders down against the earth and just rock side to side. Then bring the knees back into the belly, airplane the arms out, drop them over to the right elbow, gaze to the left. And then maybe bringing that right hand onto the top of the left thigh, pulling it toward the earth, a little deeper twist. And press the palms, bringing it back through center and over to the left. A little deeper twist right here. Opening that sciatic nerve, SI joint, side of the hip, the piriformis. Just breathing into that hip. Pressing the palms, bringing it back to center. Hands on top of the knees. Just make small circles here, massaging that lower back. Getting rid of any tension that might have built up there. And roll it the other direction. And then hugging those knees in, nice big hug. Lifting your shoulders and head, bringing that chin toward your knees, nice tight yoga ball. Point those toes away. And then lower it all down. Keep squeezing, rock side to side. And then dropping the feet at the base of your spine. Soles touch, letting those knees fall out to the side. And then reaching the arms up overhead, grasping opposite elbows. A reclining bound angle, and just let it all go. This is a full surrender pose. Inhaling. And then exhaling completely. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. One more time. Inhale. And sigh it all out. And just feel your muscles starting to melt into the earth. Feel the earth supporting you. And then just coming into a nice, natural rhythm with your breath. In through the nose, and out through the nose. Getting ready to take yourself into the beautiful Savasana. Bringing your palms down by your sides. Maybe they face up. Maybe you're grounded through the palms. And then extending your legs nice and long. Bringing the feet wide apart and letting the toes fall out. And wiggling the shoulder blades closer together. Letting that heart open to the universe. Wiggling your hips into a comfortable position. Resetting your head, lifting, and setting it down. Breathing here. Just acknowledging all the effort you used for your practice. And then let that go. Breathing in breathing out, just being. Just allow yourself to be, to breathe and be. Give yourself 5 or 10 minutes just to breathe and be. It's the most important part of your practice. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.